I'm back in Medellin, and today I want to show y'all the pride and joy of the Paisa people, of the people of Medellin, something that only exists here in Medellin and nowhere else in Colombia, and that is the metro. It's gonna be squeezed tight, not gonna lie. Check it. El centro, el corazón de Medallo, the heart of Medellin, right here. So look, guys, in this area of the city, you gotta be careful.
Restaurante Chocó Express, bienvenidos.
El centro, look at El centro right there, right in front of us, and all these barrios over here. And now I'm gonna go down to San Antonio. This is so special to me. I want this to be the most in-depth video of Medellin's metro system on the internet. I want to take y'all to different stations, show y'all different places that y'all can go on the metro. Look, this is La Regional. It's 1 p.m. right now. Starting to get to rush hour. Rush hour in Medellin officially starts around 3, and y'all will see how it gets on the metro as well. So right now it's 1 p.m. It's still not officially rush hour yet, but like a lot of the people that use the metro, most people live in the north of the city. And I think the population is concentrated in the north. Like that's where most of the barrios are. That's where just like a lot of people live. So during rush hour, you'll see that the train is more packed going from south to north. People are working in the south because all of the big companies and a lot of the employment is in the south, but people live in the north. But in the morning, it is more packed from north to south because the people who live up north are coming down south to work. So here we are, guys. Here we go. Guys, so when you want to go north, you have to go towards Niquia. Niquia is north, and La Estrella is south. This is the side that's going north, and you can see it's much more packed than the side going south. That's the side going south. The train's already pretty full, and it's not even like fully rush hour yet. There's a lot of students, a lot of school kids catching the metro to go back home. And guys, it's pretty hot out today, I'm not gonna lie, it's hot, and when the sun is beaming like it is now, these metro carts, they get very hot. There's like a fan going, but there's no AC, they get mad hot, man. But here's the San Antonio station, I'll get off here later. You can transfer to the B line from here, which goes west to San Javier. And yeah, this is the center of the city. We're gonna keep going north. I wanna go all the way north while the train is still kind of empty. Alright guys, so we're here at the Bello station. I got here from El Poblado in like 25 minutes, or even maybe even less. It's crazy how quick it is, because on the road from El Poblado to get here could take up to an hour depending on the traffic, or sometimes even longer. So the metro really gets you to where you gotta be quick. And I'm gonna keep it a buck, guys. I've never been here in my life. I've never been to Bello. Like I passed through in the car, like when I'm leaving the city and stuff. I'll walk over to the park of Bello. I've always wanted to see it. And then we'll get back on the metro and continue. So Bello always has like a stigma to it for being like the most dangerous part of the Valley of Aburrá. And I think that stigma comes from the fact that yes, there is a lot of gang activity in Bello, especially since it's a strategic point leaving the city to the north towards the Caribbean coast, where, you know, the movement of drugs could be facilitated. And I would say that those barrios in the hills of Bello are dangerous, but right here in the centro, I wouldn't say it's dangerous to come here now. Yo guys, look, we made it to El Parque de Bello, and this has got to be one of the most beautiful cathedrals in the Valley of Aburrá. Look at it. I believe it's called the Cathedral of Atoviejo. So let's go take a look at the park real quick. It was actually not as close to the metro station as I thought it would be. It was like almost a 15-minute walk. But look, there's a really big tree in the center. A lot of nice shade and places to sit. It's a really nice park, man. This is nicer than the park of Envigado. Like, way nicer than the park of Envigado. The church is nicer, the park is nicer, there's more shade. Look at the cathedral. I've seen it in pictures real quick, but being here, seeing it in person, is definitely more beautiful than it looks like in the pictures. All right, guys, we're back at the Bello station. Gonna hop back on the metro. For those of y'all who have never been to Medellin before, I hope this video could be useful to you in learning about the metro and learning about how it is to ride it and the places you can go. So I was actually about to leave, but this guy right behind me is selling guarapo, which is like pure cane sugar juice. Guarapo is so good for a hot day, man. I don't know why cane sugar juice is so refreshing. With ice, look at it, it's green. So guys, you see now it's rush hour, and like I said, most of the people are getting off up here in the north, and it's not really as much traffic going south. So guys, check it. This is the Acevedo station. This looks like an airport over here, man. Look at how, this is probably the biggest station in the whole metro system. It's gotta be. Look at how big it is. So what we're gonna do right now, guys, is we're gonna go to Picacho. This is the newest metro cable that was inaugurated in 2021, and it goes up to the northwestern comunas. The Santo Domingo line is also here at Acevedo, the one that goes to the opposite side up to the eastern comunas. That side is like much more populated. The line over there at this time is probably really long. But look, over here, it's just empty. There's nobody. Interesting, man. It seems like there's not that many people that live on this side or that use the metro cable. Maybe more people use the bus. But I think you can imagine why the eastern metro cable that goes to Santo Domingo has much more people using it. I mean, look at all the barrios up there, man. And that hill right there that you see is El Picacho. That's the hill that Dario Gomez wrote a song about. How does it go? Yo vivo allá en el Picacho, ahí por debajo del morro. And man, look, there's like a dark cloud over here, but down south it's sunny. On the east it's sunny too. Look at that. Guys, so check it out. That's El Morro El Picacho. They're up there. I don't know if the camera can catch it, but you can see the statue of Jesus. And then from here you can see the whole valley, the whole north part of the valley. Along the river, which is right down the middle of the valley, the metro basically borders the river all the way from north to south. Alright guys, we're at the Parque Berrío station right here in the very centro. I don't know if y'all realize, but I haven't ate yet. There's a little spot around here that I like to get lunch. That speaker is so loud. I don't know if y'all can even hear me over that. But yeah, over here by Parque Berrío is a little spot that I like to go to get lunch. And normally I would gatekeep it. I'm gonna show y'all, right? I'm gonna show y'all, because it's a very tiny little hole in the wall spot. But yo, the ladies who make the food there have such good seasoning. The food is so good, it's cheap, it's a good amount of food. Tasty, traditional, Colombiano lunch, like a menú del día, man. All right, this is El Parque Berrío. Right here, El Centro, El Corazón de Medallo, the heart of Medellin, right here. There's always something going on here. There's always a guy talking about natural medicine, about hoja de coca, about roots and herbs and stuff to heal your diabetes and lower your blood pressure. The lady selling tinto. Sometimes they do like dancing here, sometimes they got live music with the guys playing instruments, sometimes they got all type of things going on here, man. This right here is la iglesia de Nuestra Señora de la Candelaria. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of the oldest churches in the whole city. Look at this guy tweaking over here. So look, guys, in this area of the city, you gotta be careful. I mean, honestly, if you're just walking and you just keep it pushing, like nothing's gonna happen to you, bro. Honestly, you have a really low chance of anything happening to you. Maybe getting pickpocketed or something like that. But me with the camera out, obviously I stand out, so people stare at me. They it's obvious. I'm talking English kind of loud and I'm speaking into a camera on the street. So, you know, always just got to be a little more careful than a normal person who's not walking with the camera. But yeah, guys, like I said, we're going to one of my favorite spots here. It's my go-to spot whenever I'm in El Centro. And it's a tiny little spot, man, so hopefully there's a seat for me. We'll see. So right now I'm walking towards El Parque de Bolívar right now. So right here I'm under the famous Coltejer building. Coltejer used to be like the headquarters for the company Coltejer, which was like a textile company. Medellin used to be one of the countries in Latin America that exported most textiles, like clothes, jeans. Like if you go to other Latin American countries, maybe people who are older, they'll remember when ropa colombiana, when Colombian clothes was like popular. We made some of the best quality clothes in Latin America. But unfortunately, a lot of that industry has left. It no longer exists. But for many, many years, the textile industry gave so much employment to the Colombian people, and especially here in Medellin. So this is, I don't even know what they use this for nowadays. I think it's just offices for different companies. I don't know exactly what they use it for now, but back in the day it was Coltejer, R.I.P. Alright guys, this is El Parque de Bolívar right here. This park is a horrible place, I'm not gonna lie. It's filled with people snorting drugs and sniffing glue, bro. This place is... But it has a nice church. It has Simon Bolivar up on his horse over there. I'm not gonna film like back there because there's literally like, bro, line of people smoking weed and huffing glue. So I would recommend to avoid this area for real. But we here. We're here. And I'm gonna show y'all the restaurant in a minute. Just check out this church real quick. Forget what's the name of this church. I've never seen it open though. I'm gonna go inside and check it out. Yo, this church is crazy, man. I've never been in here. Every time I've passed, it's been closed. And I didn't, man, look at how tall the ceiling is. All right, so over here we're getting up to the Avenida Oriental, the Oriental Avenue of Medellin. Passes right here through the center. And y'all can see a lot of these buildings, man, they're old buildings. They kind of got like that retro feel to it, no? Like 70s, 80s. All right, guys, check it out. We're here, Choco Express, right here. Delicias Choco Express. ¿Qué tienen hoy de hambre?
De todo para comer, sopa de pescado, sopa de sancocho, sopa de yuca.
Sopa de pescado, ¿me puede dar?
Sí, lo quiero acompañar con carnes, pescados, los tres.
Ok, ¿me puede dar posta?
Posta.
Sí, posta con sopa de pescado,
Yo sí te puedo decir, pero ¿cómo entramos ahí? ¿Cómo entramos ahí?
No, usted me dice, bueno, eso es Choco Express, es comida típica chocuana o lo que sea.
Manejamos diferentes pescados,
Comida de mar.
Más bueno,
Lo que...
sabroso, lo que te estoy pregonándose.
Bueno. Usted me dice cuándo arranco.
Sí, no, usted, vea, déjame empezar aquí con el letrero que se vea.
Y desde acá.
Vea, entonces va a hacer una publicidad en el video.
Tranquila, señora. Que el que se habla aquí soy yo. No, mentira, hombre.
Eso, ya, hágale.
Listo. Buenas tardes, estamos aquí en esta hora. Restaurante Choco Express. Aquí podemos conseguir toda clase de comida. Tenemos todo lo relacionado con lo de mariscos, carnes. Pueden venir a comer un delicioso almuerzo.
¿Y eso dónde está ubicado?
Estamos ubicados en la carrera 45, El Palo, entre Maracaibo y Caracas. Debajo del Hotel Platino, aquí estamos ubicados, se llama
Choco Express.
Bienvenidos.
Y ustedes son chocuanos, ¿cierto?
Sí, claro,
¿De qué parte del Chocó son?
Tadoseños.
Tado.
Sí, somos de Tado, aquí consiguen de toda clase de comida.
Ah, bueno,
Listo,
muchas gracias. Está la sopita de pescado, posta, platanito, ensalada y jugo de tomate de árbol.
Está bien. Nosotros lo seguimos en las redes, amigos, para apoyarnos.
Sí, yo tengo TikTok, tengo Instagram y YouTube. They give you like a little onion salad with avocado and tomatoes, with rice.
Con la comida.
Sí, tengo guarapo y tomate.
Hasta luego.
Agradecido.
Bueno, hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Oh man, they're so nice. I've gone in there mad times, and they know me already, but I never went in there with the camera. They were like, "Oh, you make videos?" And they were mad excited. All the places you can go with the metro, guys. El Centro, Bello, and now we know where we're gonna go. We're gonna go to San Javier, the west side. Let's go over there now. Yo, guys, look at this bill that I got. Un billete de 2,000, and it says, "La abundancia llega a mí fácilmente y sin esfuerzo de fuentes inesperadas." Basically, it's like a affirmation. It's cool. I'm gonna keep this one. I feel like that's a good sign. Anyways, back on La Oriental. One thing I've learned from being from New York and just being on the street in Colombia a lot of times people are going to want to stop you on the street for different reasons. They're going to want to sell you something. They're going to want to ask you for money. They're going to want to ask you for directions. And you have to be able to kind of determine if you're going to stop or not. The thing is, you have to be very untrusting of people. I usually don't stop. Like over here in El Centro, it'll happen a lot. The people will be like, "Joven, like, let me talk to you about something." And I'll just ignore them. Or I'll just say, no, I'm not stopping for you. Because, you know, a lot of times it's a scam. And, you know, you hear the stories about the scopolamina where they blow it on you or they get it on you somehow. And that shit is so strong that you get drugged just off contact quickly. So you have to be very untrusting, unfortunately, even though some people might be having genuinely wanting help with something. Sometimes if I can feel the person's vibe and I can kind of tell that they're not gonna be on some weird shit, I stop, but even then it's a little iffy. So you know what I mean though, right? It's a tip. So here we're crossing La Oriental going back towards Parque Berrío. Look at these guys. Yo guys, not gonna lie, like this guy's passed out on the floor. I don't know if you can see him, and like it's funny because nobody even cares. Like it's just normal. Like the guy's just completely passed out in the middle of the sidewalk. People just step over him, don't even look twice. It's a normal everyday occurrence in the center of Medellin. Yo, it smells like so much piss right here, bro. Oh my god. It smells disgusting over there. Medellin's a very beautiful city, man, but this area is not nice. It smells bad, it's not clean. It's interesting though. It's interesting. I love walking around here. Alright, so this is everybody making the transfer to the B line, which goes from San Antonio to San Javier. So we're gonna hop on a B line so y'all can check this out too. At San Javier, you can walk to La Comuna 13, to the touristic area of La Comuna 13, or you can take the bus. There's a bus that leaves from the San Javier station. So I might wait for the next one because this one looks packed. Look, so there's these platforms that you get on. That's where everyone gets on the train. So look guys, these are the platforms that you wait on. The doors open, the people get out on that side, then you come in on this side. So I'm gonna chill right here. I never take a seat because, you know, I'm a young man. I leave the seats for people who are tired, who want to sit. Alright, we arrived at San Javier and I'm gonna get off and go up the stairs to the metro cable that goes to La Aurora. So y'all can see that area. And I'll show y'all the view from up there as well. This metro cable is pretty crazy because it goes all the way up a mountain, all the way down, passes over a river, and then goes all the way up again. It's crazy, crazy route. Y'all gonna see. Alright guys, so we already passed the first station from San Javier, then it's Juan 23, and then you go all the way up to the peak of this hill. So all this you see here is part of La Comuna 13, but once you go over that peak and then back down, it becomes Robledo. So then it's like another part of the city, another comuna, because Medellin is divided into comunas. So that's where we're going. We're going up to the peak, and then we're gonna come down. You're gonna like pass over the river and then go back up again. So this is still Comuna 13, and then see we go all the way up. And look, you can see the whole city from here. From this angle, you get a nice view. The whole city.
Voy a comprar un tarrito de agua, a ver si me encuentro un tarrito por ahí, lo echo agua.
Alright guys, look, so right here is the peak. It's like the tippy top of this mountain. You see all the way down there, and then we cross and we go down. It's gonna be a downhill. It's gonna be a downhill right here. So now on this side, this is now Robledo, everything you see here. And that highway that you see, this one right here, that highway goes to el Túnel del Occidente, which is the tunnel that goes to like the western region of Antioquia. You go from there, you can go to Santa Fe de Antioquia, San Jerónimo, and beyond. So that's the highway.
Ahora hablamos, bueno.
Alright guys, we made it to La Estación La Aurora. There's really not much around here. Very residential. Feel a nice breeze up here because we're higher up in the mountain. Feel a nice chilly breeze. But there's a nice view down here. I'm gonna show y'all. You can see, man, a really nice view, honestly. Alright, so this right here is like I think it's a hospital, Metro Salud. But over here they have like a little patio. Check out the view. You see the whole city from here, man. Basically everything. Down yonder, you can see el aeropuerto La Llarrera. That's the local airport of Medellin. What else can we see over here? You can see everything, man. Sabaneta, Envigado, La Estrella. Itagüí is on this side, Envigado is on the other side. Because we're on the west, so Itagüí is on the southwest, Envigado's southeast. El Centro, look at El Centro right there, right in front of us, and all these barrios over here. Enciso y parece Campo Valdés, Aranjuez, Santo Domingo, Manrique, todo eso. Y parece que chimba de vista. Uf, look at this, guys. And this up here, like I said, is called La Aurora, where all these buildings. It's crazy. The city keeps growing and growing and growing. And all the way up in these hills that probably 10, 15, 20 years ago were completely empty or just farms. Now look at all these high-rise buildings. Guys, right here you can see the tracks of the metro, how they're held up by these pillars. Look at that. This right here is the B line that I was just on, the B line, the one that goes west. And right there, that building you can see behind me is the Tele Antioquia building. That's like the local channel for the Department of Antioquia, Tele Antioquia. And over here, en el centro, San Antonio, aquí donde venden de todo. Todo lo que usted quiera, mi papá, acá se lo vende. Acá lo hay. Look, this is the area of all the hats. Any hats you want, you get them right here by the San Antonio station. Look at all these hats. But anyways, we're now gonna take the trolley. We're gonna take it to La Estación Oriente, to the very east. So we were just at the very west of the city. Now we're gonna take it to the extreme east. And I'm gonna go up El Metrocable de la Sierra. La Sierra is a hood that is very unknown. I've never seen anybody on YouTube go there. I mean, there's nothing touristic there. There's nothing really specifically to do. So people might wonder like, yo, what the hell is this guy doing? It's not like that metro cable is like the Santo Domingo one where it has a second line that goes to Parque Arví. And so sometimes tourists get off at Santo Domingo, you know, or sometimes tourists go to La Aurora, where I was just at, because that's at the San Javier station where you can go to La Comuna 13, but like La Sierra, it's not like that. It's not. So, man, like no tourists go there. But I'm gonna go, I'm gonna feel out the vibes, and I'm gonna show you El Tranvía, the trolley system here. And yeah, this is it. Look at all the people. This is literally the line just to get in, bro. Oh my god. It's gonna be packed. Alright, so check it out, guys. There's all the people that's here waiting to get on the Tranvía. It's about to be crazy right now to get on, bro. Look. So everybody lines up in front of the doors. Everybody lines up in front of the doors. And then we try to squeeze in, bro. It's gonna be squeezed tight, not gonna lie. Crazy. So many people today. It's not always like this. There's some days that are crazier than others, but alright, we're getting on. Let's see. Alright guys, I don't know if you peeped how squeezed that was. I literally had to push my way in, otherwise I wouldn't have made it. Check it. A lot of people live on the east side. So this is a Tranvía. There's only very few seats in here, very few seats. Mostly people go standing, and it weaves its way through the streets of El Centro. It has like a little track on the street, and it goes all the way through Buenos Aires and all the way to Miraflores, like over there by El Centro Comercial La Central and all that. If you're familiar with the east, you'll know. Alright guys, so here we're at the Estación Oriente, the easternmost station here in the whole metro system. The last stop on the Tranvía. And where you can take the metro cable to go to La Sierra. It's crazy, I've lived in Medellin almost 5 years now, and there's places I still haven't been to. Oh look, and the metro cable is right in the station. ¿Qué más, parcero? He has a fishing rod, bro. Where is he gonna go fishing? Acá nunca se ha caído, no creo.
No. Pero en Popular nunca se había caído hasta que se cayó.
Sí, ese fue el primer metrocable, el de Santo Domingo. Ese fue el primero. Este es más nuevo.
Que le digan a uno que seguro, seguro Diosito, nada más. Y Diosito no hizo esto.
Bueno, pero igual se cae si Dios quiere, ¿no?
Si Dios quiere, no, Dios nunca va a querer, pero otra me vine en la noche, sola. Yo a vida veí que fue acá ahora sí. Yo cerré los ojos y esperé a que llegara allá.
Y que a veces uno le toca solo aquí adentro, ¿no?
No, y eso venció mucho, venció ese día de noche y llorar. Y yo ahora sí, Diosito, ¿para qué me mandas para acá? No hubiera sido un colectivo.
Eso te pregunta cuánto tarda un colectivo de ahí a...
No, ¿cuánto tarda? Como 25 minutos, 30 según el horario.
Pero del centro.
Sí, según la hora.
Centro,
Sí,
¿qué
o sea,
centro? San Antonio.
El
San
centro,
Antonio,
San
sí.
Antonio, de San Antonio hasta
San
aquí,
Antonio, ¿qué? Como
25,
media hora.
25, 30 minutos,
Sí.
eso pues...
Guys, so all this is el barrio La Sierra, and right there, that little peak is el Cerro Pan de Azúcar. It's the highest peak in Medellin. See the metro cable. You can see that bridge that's over there is the bridge that is before the tunnel that crosses to Rio Negro to go to the airport. And when you cross over there, you see the whole city. La Sierra is part of what you see right here. Look at that! Wow, the sunset. So guys, there's a little park right here. Some kids playing. The reason La Sierra is such a special place is because of the documentary La Sierra. La Sierra was a documentary, I believe it was filmed between 2002 and 2004 by a filmmaker from the US who came to Colombia, who came to Medellin in some of its most violent years to document the urban war. And here in La Sierra, it was controlled by Cacique Nutibara, which was a branch of the paramilitaries, of the right-wing armed forces of Colombia at the time. Some parts of Medellin were controlled by guerrilla and some were controlled by paramilitaries, and they were in constant battles with each other. And the soldiers mainly were young kids 15, 16, 17, 18. Usually they wouldn't make it past 23, 24. And so the documentary followed the lives of 4 different kids who lived in this barrio who were affected by the war in different ways. One of them was a young girl who has a child by one of the guys who was killed fighting in the war. And then, you know, since she lived in this type of environment, every guy that she would go out with was, you know, one guy was in jail, then she went out with another guy. She was always going out with guys who, you know, had guns, who was involved. The other guy was the commander of the whole area of La Sierra. His name was El Muñeco. Edison. He actually, I don't want to ruin it for you, so I'm not going to tell you what happens. And there was Jesus. Jesus is the kid with who blew his hand off with a grenade, and he's missing a hand. There's a couple other characters in that movie. At the end of the day, it's on YouTube. You should definitely watch it. It was filmed right here in 2004 when this was one of the most dangerous hoods in the city and probably in the world, definitely at that time. But look at the view though. Crazy, right? So I walked up into the barrio a little bit. Goes up that hill a little. And yeah, guys, it's La Sierra. I definitely recommend you guys watch that documentary, La Sierra. It's on YouTube. Such a good documentary, so eye-opening. Not only what happened here in La Sierra, but also what happened all over Medellin in that time. Oh, hello. Hello, mister. Look at this guy, he's so funny looking. But yeah, guys, honestly never thought I would come in here, and like from watching that movie, I felt like it would be dangerous still, and honestly, it's not touristic at all over here. Like there's no tourists here, there's nothing touristic really to do up here. I heard they do a coffee tour, but that's kind of recent. Like they grow coffee up here and they do a tour. I heard it's around here somewhere in La Sierra, but it's not a touristic spot. The metro cable doesn't have tourists going up it like they do in Santo Domingo to go to Parque Arví. So, you know, it's a whole different vibe over here. Yo, guys, the sunset right now is incredible. Look how it's glowing beyond the mountains. Man, the camera doesn't do it justice. I really don't think it looks the same on the camera as it does with my eyes. But the sun is like glowing pink, orange behind the mountains, and it's like reflecting on that cloud, like right there. Oh man, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Medellin is so beautiful, man. And a lot of people ask me, yo, why'd you move from the States to come to Colombia? And this is why, man. You don't get vibes like this in the States, nowhere. This is so special to me, man. Like, the amount of gratitude I feel when I see a view like this and the fact that I can live in a place like this, man. So grateful, bro.